Brawlhaven, or Small World's End, and Godly's opening up with a Teros going up against Skeldra's JM.
Which is an interesting pick, but I do believe that there is a degree of like, if you're going blow for blow against a weapon like Greatsword, I think Teros is a perfect legend to do that with.
Are you telling me you're opening up with Gravity Cancel Ensing at the side of the stage? I think it's there again. Sorry, I just saw Godly like go to the edge and a Gravity Cancel Ensing, and I go, is this why you picked Teros?
Yeah, right now, Godly, the Teros not really.
Well, I mean, we said that.
Me.
And then he got 2 unarmed recoveries and then brought it right back. There's the recovery coming up from Skeldra. Really, really explosive start there. Godly is a good, strong hit from either weapon of being able to knock Skeldra out. So.
Yeah, 1 stomp will be all it takes. I mean, he's been so good with those reverse Sayers all weekend, honestly.
Any hammer play that's had success this weekend has been doing that a lot, right? Like they do dash jump, pivot, side air.
Oof. Guaranteed damage.
Whoa! Side stick would have just knocked out. I'm pretty sure.
You think so? Yeah, I know it is Teros, but light yellow?
It carries you with like to the end of the move, and then the knockback applies, right? Like it was that light yellow. You took end light, side light, end light. I don't know. At this point, with Skeldra manages to bring it back.
Ooh, I like the attempt there from Skeldra. Spot dodge from Godly is definitely going to help him get out of harm's way. But we have the Greatsword back at play. Skeldra on the corner.
Nice nair, disarms Godly. Godly falls to the neutral air, picks up the hammer, stops Sarah, would give him this, I think, the knockout at this point.
Oh!
Sidelight. That would have been a huge call out. Nair, not going to knock out just yet. Weapon throw covers his landing. What Skeldra got? Oh, recovers out of the way. Both players looking for that 1 strong hit.
Nice.
That's going to be it. I think Skeldra, wonder if Skeldra wanted that landing Sarah animation or not.
Yeah, I think it was intentional there. I just think Godly didn't bite. Sometimes you use it as a way to call someone dashing in. But I think maybe going to an end light bridge might have been a good idea to go ahead and try to cover yourself, but sometimes you never really know.
There was that consistency that Skeldra talked about in the interview, right? When he was saying Sword has consistency, really what he was saying was Sword has downlight.
Yeah.
That's really what he was trying to say. Gets the D-light recovery there, gets the knockout, finally touches the ground, goes for the side air, and Godly just holds his ground. Stopping, trying to get him in place, stop side air. Godly on the verge of taking game mode number 1 here. Went for slide charge, pivot, end sig. Skeldra on run on the sword, but we know that he wants to be able to knight great sword. Ground pound comes through, down air, dodge, narrowly out of the way. Can Godly get the recovery? Skeldra boxing off stage with the hammer and succeeding. Goes to the recovery. Okay, he's brought this back, Flambeau.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, you're 1 good dodge read away from potentially winning the game.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it, but he doesn't swing.
Ooh, the spot dodge gets called out by Godly. The down air is not going to be enough to KO, but now Skeldra has to look out for the down air.
Dash to pivot, Sarah would be able to do it. Does stop sider, catches him on the edge there, and Skeldra just barely gets knocked out. Godly on the Teros, taking game number 1. 2 back and forth to call. That was just a good. This is one of those matches where, like, I didn't realize Skeldra was sparring Godly as much as he said, but I can kind of tell with how they're playing against each other, right? Like, these are 2 players that are playing each other rather than the matchup.
I agree. I feel like Skeldra definitely looks a lot more comfortable than I think most people do when they play against Godly.
Yeah. There's like he's got a game plan, he's got an idea what to do, and Godly is just really, really tough to fight. And so here we go into game number 2. We're staying on World's End. Dive kicks for that weapon, finally picks up the great sword, nice job, gets that side air, goes in for that falling pivot nair, and Godly puts out an uncharacteristic ground pound, side air, side light nair, try to get him real early with the down stick there, and the recovery will take him right off the top, perfect angle, catches Skeldra floating up in the sky, and that's a 20-second stock.
So here's a question for you. Do you feel like Godly's going Teros because he's playing Skeldra, or do you think Godly's just going to play Teros for the rest of the day?
I think it's twofold. I think Godly would be playing Teros against Skeldra, but also he's warming this up for the rest of the day.
Okay.
That's what I would hope for anyways. I think his Teros is his best character so far, at least that I've seen on the weekend, and that's the only chance he's got against Kaina. Because if he wants to win the tournament, he has to beat Kaina. He's got to beat everybody else first. But
yeah, has to get through Skeldra, but so far, honestly, making it look pretty easy.
Getting through Skeldra. No recovery, no way back to the stage. Skeldra taking a moment to take in a deep breath and go, all right, it's only now a minute into the game.
Yes. And very different from the last time they played, right? So Skeldra, like, what did I do the last time? Was I just more patient? You can see he's taking more time to kind of pick his openings here. And that falling side air is going to go ahead and push. I like the attempt, but it might be your stop.
Throw, catches him, goes to the recovery here. Godly. He does dive kick against the wall. I thought he missed it, but he manages to get his jumps back. But this is brutal. Skeldra on the verge of getting 3-stocked here. Godly taking out a little bit of rage from that 3-0 that he got from Kaina, I feel like. This is just cold, calculated destruction in this game. Goes to the unarmed down sig, D-like ground pound, that's it. Obliteration.
Remix said it best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right,
Stone Cold Killer.
Skeldra. World's End might not be the play against Teros.
I mean, I think the stage is fine. I'll be honest. I mean, it's a great sword.
Feels bad
you
when
know?
you're losing, though.
When it looks like that, it's like pretty rough. But on the other side of things, it's like how many neutral engages did Skeldra win? And when he won those neutral engages, how much was he able to
I guess
push
if
the
you're
advantage?
if you could count the amount of neutral wins that you have on one hand, it's probably not the stage.
Right. Right.
And Skeldra's not the most platform savvy player.
He's not platform savvy, and he doesn't. There is like a way in which you can play Greatsword where you reset off of the first hit over and over and over again, but
3, 2, 1, brawl!
interesting.
We're trying something new. Godly
Okay.
brings out the Bodvar here.
Okay.
Game number 3. A character so unheard of and so not seen on the screen that we don't really. There he is. He appears next to Godly's name.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, this is talk about old metas that don't exist anymore.
Simple, Heist, and Blue. they're all looking at Godly like, oh.
Bison, Blue, Java.
I feel like you can't be like, I don't really know if I rep EU, and then go and pick Bodvar.
Further. I mean, how Pugsy locked it in one time.
Yeah, it's true.
Everybody had a Bodvar at one point. Stevenator,
Low capped.
Starlight.
The list goes on, really.
Yeah, I've watched so much Bodvar. Sorry, I'm just like, okay, so here we go. I'm trying to think about why Godly's doing this. And now your speculation on why was he picking this character, I think has come to fruition. He is preparing for the characters that he needs to be able to win the tournament with.
Yes, I feel
Now
the
that
same
he's
way.
up 2-0 with Teros and he got that 3-stock, why he's actually using this as an opportunity to be like, is my Bodvar warm enough to go up against Kaino?
Which I'm like, I don't know.
Interesting choice.
It is an interesting choice. I see the, like, you know, I'm just like, why not Jala? You know, that's what I start
I
thinking.
think he wants Hammer.
Like, you think that your hammer is, like, that nice? I mean, hey, I'll give it up. But either way, Skeldra is like, please don't count me out of this just yet.
Yeah. Let's see what Skeldra's got, because he's rolling the Fortress of Lions now. So we do have a change in scenery. We got a platform involved, a little bit bigger
Wow.
than that, but he catches him on that chase dodge through, because Skeldra tried to mix him up and Godly just stops him right in his tracks. Several nairs come through, falls down with his own nair, sidelight stomp, recovery, down air, off the top. Godly
Russia.
destroys Skeldra on that second stock, and now he's got one last stock to play with to be able to stay in the bracket. Takes him off stage. Can he get this ground pound and get the spike? Side sig would be able to knock out. Down sig would be able to knock out, but Godly gets hit by that neutral signature. Side air as well. So Skeldra could bring it back down to a one-stock situation.
Okay, Skeldra tries to get a read on Godly jumping, but Godly stays grounded. The Sayer doesn't connect. Still looking. Maybe here is where you start throwing out the recovery. Perfect timing coming out from Skeldra here, because it's just Godly staying so grounded, and you're trying to throw out a KO move that you can still retreat with, and that's going to be your best option in that situation.
I think Godly's Bodvar here is not making the cut. Let's see what he can do. Picks up the sword. Neutral light comes through. Skeldra with a nice dash land end light. Chase dodges all the way around, but now Godly's starting to stuff him out with these end lights himself. It's close. Oh, wedge guard
Bad.
though.
You have to get the touch.
Down sig.
Wow.
Yeah, D-light down sig gets the spike, and
Have a
now
dodge.
that's
Oh,
it.
just back in time. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
We did get to see the down sig. It's funny that we were talking about Bodvar down sig as like the most crazy aside
Yeah, I
earlier
know.
today, and then,
It just
there's
happened.
like D-light down sig comes through. Not a true combo, but definitely going to catch you if you're not ready for it.
Especially if you have no
and
dodge,
the
too.
angle is the most horrific angle to be spiked at by anything else in the game. I feel like there's like.